Hi all, it's the COCL here, and here to give you chapter or episode 7, excuse me, of the COCL, and it's all about meeting Karen in the wild. So where I live, my neighbours are very, very close. But this Karen lives diagonally behind me. So she's not, the ones either side and behind are great. No issues with them all. I don't have any neighbours opposite me. But diagonally behind me is the Karen. Now, a couple of weeks back, I had fallen asleep sitting up on this couch in this seat where I am now, and I fell asleep while watching YouTube videos. Now, normally when it's like before 8 o'clock at night, the volume might still be a little bit loud from being on during the day, and then usually later I will then turn it down. Unfortunately, I fell asleep before turning it down. So anyway, sometime during the night, I wake up to realise there is no noise and my place is just black, just dark. And I'm like, okay, looks like there's been a power failure. It happens. So I thought, all right, and that was all I had time to register, and I went back to sleep. When I woke up again, the sun was just starting to rise. It was sometime after 5 in the morning. And I got up, went to the loo, looked out the window, and realised that the plug that goes from my place into the mains for the rest of the caravan park where I live had been pulled. And I went, oh, great. This has effects on the computers, it just screws up everything. So I made my way outside and plugged it all back in. That happened, okay? I also let the manager of the caravan park know what had happened, and asked if there'd been any complaints about me. He said no, but he would keep his ears open, for anything. Anyway, last week, that was a couple of weeks ago, last week, it's sometime between 11 and midnight, and I had already turned the TV down a fair bit, and all of a sudden, I heard this shout, and I'd heard shouts on other nights, and never understood, and I thought, am I too loud? So, and those times I'd also turned it down. Last week, I hear this, turn your TV down, you ignorant bitch. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Did she seriously? And I said, why don't you talk to me about it? Seriously. And I heard nothing. Now, she's never home during the day because she's down at her boyfriend's at the other end of the park, and only comes home at night to sleep. So I didn't know what she looked like. I've been here 3 years and I have no idea what she looks like. And I thought, the only way I'm going to be able to resolve this is to write her a letter. Side note, it's been so long since I've handwritten anything, and I nearly forgot, like, my writing was terrible. But anyway, so I wrote it. Told a couple of my neighbours what I was doing. Told the manager what I was doing, because I wanted everything above board. And it was a nice letter. Let me just pause for a second and I'll find it for you. Okay, so I have found the letter, and this, hang on, let's see if I can get it to show that way. I just lost it again. Hang on. Right, found it. Okay, this is what I wrote, and this is, when was it? The 2nd of March. Okay, so yeah, what are we today? The 8th, so 6 days ago. So to be 4, because that was where she lived. Hi, it's Anne here from, gave her my address, diagonally behind you. I'm wondering if we could have a conversation in regards to the issues that you seem to have with me in relation to noise at night. See? Nice opening letter. Didn't say in regards to you yelling and screaming at night. So, here's where I went further into it. I went, I don't cope well with people shouting at me, especially at night, and removing the power plug to my van causes damage to my computer and is illegal. I would much rather chat with you. I've lived here for 3 years and know that if my other neighbours have any noise complaints, they've told me about it. They're also very aware of how approachable I am. I think I'm pretty easygoing. Anyway, finished it off. I would really appreciate it if we could talk things out. This would be to the benefit of both of us. Kind regards, and sign my name. So that was it. That was my nice letter, right? Nothing aggressive about it at all. I just wanted to talk. As I said, that was 6 days ago. Haven't heard a word. She hasn't shouted or done anything since. So I think I have handled it. As I said, I have let people know that I've done this. So her only course of action is actually to come and talk to me, because if she does anything else, I am within my rights to report her. So anyway, so if you find that you have a Karen in your life who's not a lovely person, but it feels that they're entitled to behave in a certain way, give you attitude, then nice notes are a really good way to go, or whatever. I would love to know your stories. So also, being that Karens are often in the 40s and 50s, hello, I'm in my 50s, check yourself as well. Make sure that you aren't a Karen or a Brenda or a Carl or a Ken, right? They're all the names that are being used for women or for people who feel entitled, who think that you are there to be at their beck and call, or to behave how they want you to behave. So, good luck out there. Enjoy your week, and we'll catch you for the next episode. Bye.